Boom. All right. Technical difficulties continue forth with this campaign, but we are learning as we go, guys. I'm very excited for our episode 5 of our Dungeons and Dragons session campaign that we've been running here for over the last month. I can't believe we're already over a month of playing this campaign, so it's been a lot of fun. I just want to introduce our adventurers. I'm Fred. I will be the dungeon master for the evening. And starting with Josh, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
So my name is Josh. My character is a human blood hunter, and he's a member of the Madrove clan in this world. Kind of 6 feet high, wears clothing that's similar to a Viking aesthetic, and has red eyes.
Okay. To the right of you, we have Locks. Why don't you introduce yourself, Mr. Mayo?
Well, hello again, Frederick. How are you?
Well, it's good to see you. It's been a while.
Good to be seen. Yeah. Well, I'm Terry Mayo. I play the character Locks. He is a grung rogue. He is 8 feet of badass and a 2-foot frame. He's what is it? Big of heart, small of stature.
Small stature, big of heart.
Whatever, you know. Yeah, and he's as excited as I am to play again.
Sounds good. And then to the right of you, we have Miss Carla.
Hi.
Hello.
I play a really shy and out of control ladron named Danan. She is a Fey-born sorcerer, which is a homebrew class that we created for this campaign.
All right. And I'm excited to learn more about your character. And below you, we have our dwarf. Why don't you introduce yourself there?
Greetings. I was going to try and do it.
Do it.
I play a dwarf named Brolithal Strongheart. He is a paladin. He is here on a quest, looking for his brother, and has joined this merry band of adventurers in an effort to find out what's going on.
Sounds good.
He's about a little less than 5 feet tall, carries a big hammer, as a dwarf should, doesn't wear shoes, and really likes long walks under the moon.
Perfect. And that,
I can't wait till that comes up in the story.
and then below you, sir, we have our good friend, Mr. Barney. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Barney. I'm playing Ukalo. Also, he goes by Cal. He's a half-elf ranger. I don't know what class I'm playing. I'm a half-elf ranger. And I was gone the last episode off doing something, so I guess I'll be back soon.
Sounds good. So for all the viewers that are watching, I just pulled up all their characters up on the screen so you can kind of get a look. I want to give a big shout out to Daniel Lopez Pez. He's the artist on Josh and I's Soul Survivor series. It's a comic book series that we wrote together. And he did a phenomenal job with all these character pieces. These are the tokens that we'll be using. So just kind of highlight them. So right here we have Cal, who is Barney's character. Looking devilish, if I do say so myself. And then to the right, right here, we have Mr. Brolithal, who is our dwarf. Did a great job. And these characters, we're gonna actually be getting full done art, colored, full bodies. It's gonna look great. And then to the right, we have Danan, which is played by Carla. And then we have Mr. Locks, played by Terry Mayo, right here. And then right here is our Blood Hunter, played by Josh
Loki
Lani. So these are our 5 adventurers. So I just wanted to say, just kind of point out a couple things before we dive back into our episode. So with everything happening, I'm very excited to announce, I know I brought this up last time, but we are now part of Mainframe Comic-Con. So Mainframe Comic Con is your. They're going to be doing. Yeah, I'm super excited, guys. So Mainframe Comic Con, what they do is it's basically an online comic book convention, and I would urge all of you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. They'll be bringing news for movies, for television shows, interviews with actors, actresses, directors, writers, you name it. And we are very fortunate that we were able to join in on their adventure and bring you guys live D&D sessions. And then also we're going to have a Star Wars talk show that we're going to be launching very soon with Josh and I, and we'll be bringing on special guests. So I'm very excited for that. So this is going to be a continuous thing, guys. So please, if you do have an opportunity, please subscribe to this channel. Help us build this thing up, and watch all the great content that's on the channel already. I think they just interviewed the guy from Stranger Things, which was a really good one. They also interviewed the guy from Danger, Will Robinson. What's that TV show? Lost in Space. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh.
You read my mind, is what it was.
But yeah, guys, there's tons of great interviews up on their channel, our channel. We're very, very blessed to be a part of it. So, without further ado, let's get into it for tonight's episode of We Don't Know Yet. All right, so
that was an announcement. Yeah. I was like, oh, now we know.
So our last episode, you guys ventured out of the town that you guys have been staying in for the last night to go find Sara. Sara is the leader of this town, and she was kidnapped. And you guys set out and you fought your way through a cave, basically leading you to her cage where you guys left off. We had one of our companions, which unfortunately was not with us last week. He ran off, and you did notice that he hopped over the fence that was in the city. So Cal left before you guys started your adventure to go find Sara. And
here I go.
And that is where we left off. So you guys just give all the viewers a quick fresh update on the three previous episodes before last. So this area, this land, is being basically taken over territory by territory by an invading army who worships a single god named Semet. And the followers are launching a crusade on the island of Ether. Okay? And each clan has been slowly taken over one by one. A few clans stand remaining independent, but slowly but surely over the last 5 years they've all fallen. And right now, our adventurers, when they started this campaign, they were locked up, they escaped, and then they boarded a boat to this camp. And this is where we find ourselves right now. So without further ado, I hand it back over to our adventurers. Where you last left off, you were in the cave where you fought your way through, and you just approached the room where there was gold. It was dimly lit by a fire, and laying down in the center of this cage is what looks like a battered, bruised, and bleeding elf female who is laying on the ground, and her white garment is soaked in blood. As she lays on the center of this jail cell, if you will, made of steel. The ceilings is all cave. It's carved out. It's about 15 feet high, and it's very, very echoey in this chamber. And behind you, as you're looking at this elf, you can see a surprisingly large amount of gold that is piled there. And I hand it back over to our adventurers to start. Right now, Loki, you were staring at the cage, and then everybody else was entering the room.
Okay. Staring at the cage.
Well, you were looking at what was in it when we last left off.
And as far as I see, it's a female elf.
Right.
Cal, is that you?
Would you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So, Cal, is that you?
No, Cal is not there yet. So right now in the room is Lox, Okay, Danan,
Timing.
Brothel, and Loki. That is who is in the room right now.
Vic Burn.
So, is she awake?
Are you talking to me or talking to somebody?
Both.
Okay. So what you see right now, Josh, is she's just passed out on the floor.
Does she look hurt?
Bloody. So she's wearing it's like a gray dress, if you will, gray and white dress. It's kind of stylized in a way where you could tell that it was very nice. It was in terms of it was kind of like higher class dressing. It's kind of got it's like feathered at the top, and it's sleeveless, and then it has white embroidery going throughout the dress. But right now there's blood stains all over it, and she is on the ground. Her head is resting on her arm while the other one's kind of laid out in an awkward position, and she is passed out on this hard floor.
Does her dress is similar to the style that we saw at the town that we were at?
So the town you were at, you could tell that it's different. The town you were in previously was a collection of different groups of people that have found refuge in that town. So they all come from different backgrounds, different areas, different things brought them there. Thomas brought a lot of them there, though. People that were seeking refuge. And you could tell that she looks more elegant than most of the people you saw in that town.
Doesn't seem like something a warrior would be wearing. Thought that she was someone that was leading a rebellion.
Well, she looks important. And she looks really hurt.
Is there a lock on the cage?
There is to the left. So on the left side of the cage there's a door. It's pretty rusted. So the cage is rusted. There is a lock. So it's not an actual physical lock, but it's a door with a lock. It's not like a locker lock. It's a actual lock that you put the key into on the door.
Is this Sara?
I can assume so. Does anyone know how to pick a lock? Actually, just look around, I guess, for a key.
I can pick it if we don't have a key.
How old does this cage look?
It looks pretty old. It's pretty rusted, well rusted. Parts of it are chipped, and it's
Heavy, blunt objects are great for breaking apart rusted metal.
I see where your head's at.
I
I
don't
happen
think
to
we
have
wanted
one
to.
on a stick.
Oh, calm down, big guy. I don't think we want to hurt the last. Just give me a chance to open up the gate, yeah? And then
Fair.
maybe you can do your crash and bash. What do I need to roll to unlock this gate?
So are you using any tools, or do you have thieves tools?
Yeah,
or,
I
or
have.
pick lock, or...
I have thieves tools.
Okay. All right. Roll a d20.
$11 plus anything.
So that you're using the thieves tools.
It would be your dexterity. It'd be sleight of hand when it comes to unlocking things.
All right, 16 total.
Oh, very good. So you're kind of fidgeting in. You have this long stick that you're kind of maneuvering around into this lock, and you hear, and then the door slowly opens, pushing inwards.
And then Brothel hits it anyway.
Bang.
No
Hey, big
need.
guy. He's all yours, big guy.
Locks is good with the locks. I'll keep that in mind.
How big is the cage?
The cage is about total, I would say, 5 by 5 feet.
Okay. I would like to go in and cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay. So you walk up to her. You go to cast Cure Wounds. And can you roll... let me see it really quick. Let me pull up your...
A D8 plus 2.
Well, not for the health. 1 second. I need to look at your character sheet. Brothel, spells, Cure Wounds. Creature you touch gains number of hit points equal to 1 to... Are you using it first level or second level?
First level.
Okay. All right. So you go to use Cure Wounds, and roll your D8.
4 plus 2. 6.
Okay. So you can see her eyes open as you're laying your hands on her. You look at your hands, and there's a lot of blood. And your hands now have like a red, like they're kind of covered in this blood as if like you're doing face paintings. I should be laughing. That's a very serious moment. So you're doing your hands covered in blood, and you're looking down. Her eyes.
Now I can't help but laugh about it.
Yeah, your eyes open to meet hers, and as she looks at you, her eyes begin to roll back into the back of her head, and she begins to seizure.
I have a proficiency in medicine. What can I...
Can you roll a history check? Because you are proficient in this type of...
Thirteen.
Okay, so you notice... So you recognize that she's been poisoned, and she will need a particular antidote. Made of different herbs that you do not have on you.
I turn to the rest of the group and say, "Do any of you guys know anything about poisons?"
I can't say it was one of my specialties.
Lux.
I mean, I know how to poison people, but I'm not quite an alchemist.
So she needs some kind of herb or something? Is that what you're...
Yes, she's been poisoned.
Well,
I don't know what the poison is, and I don't know what the cure is.
maybe we could find the herb close by?
Potentially.
Wait, you don't know what the cure is?
I don't know what the cure is.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Maybe-
that's what I thought too.
Maybe Tommy Boy outside might have a better understanding of what's local, what she might be
Very
poisoned
true.
by.
Is this... Damn, is the gold that's over here, is it just gold and, like, wealth, or are there items?
So it's all coin. There's a couple, like, gold mugs, or gold plates and things of that, but it's all gold and some
Gotcha.
silver and some copper. You basically just and from your knowledge of what was lifted from the town, you could assume that was the town's banking that they had.
Lux, I'm sorry that you should have to do this, but I think you might need to dump out your sleeping bag.
Oh, the water?
No,
Do you
I
know what I'm
understand.
getting
I understand the statement. I just contemplating if I want to do it or not. Tell you what,
Carry
about-
water or carry gold?
or carry both.
I don't know if that's possible.
How much does it weigh? I can fit a lot in my bag.
Where's the pack that we picked up? I might be carrying that backpack, unless somebody else took it.
It looks like... I don't know if the map is accurate to the gold, but it looks like there's quite a bit.
Okay, yeah, let's put it in the backpack.
I want to look around to see if I see any kind of potion, anything laying down around, or maybe go to the last foe that we kill to see if he has anything on him or something.
Okay. I mean, for most of the rooms you guys did go through, the last foe, the last two individuals, you did not scour and to look for items. So as you walk back into the previous room where you guys pretty much eviscerated the two, oh my gosh, I can't remember their names. Kinkus, right? Kenku. Where you guys eviscerated them. You start looking through. You find a bag, and there is a key. And then you also find about 5 copper pieces, a dagger, and some bread.
DM, I'm sorry. My bag can hold about 500
Yeah.
pounds. Is there 500 pounds of gold there?
I was
or
actually
will it-
going to, so I looked it up to see how much weight it could. It is 500 pounds, so there's more than 500 pounds worth of gold right now.
All right, can I put 500 pounds worth of gold in my
You
bag?
can,
Or
but
or about 400 or so.
you can.
499.
You will be moving at a slower speed, though.
My bag doesn't gain any weight if it still weighs the same.
Is it?
Yeah. And I think when you switch over to the
Oh, weight is 15 pounds. You're right.
when you go to the website, you show it on the stream.
Yeah. No, I did. Yeah, I did that on purpose so everybody can see.
Oh, cool.
I think it's a nice little added benefit to online streaming.
You should probably maybe you should, if you're trying to teach people, you should actually read it.
Yeah. Okay, so with the bag of holding, this bag is an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceed a volume of 64 cubic feet. Bag weighs 15 pounds regardless of its contents. Retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. So it is an action to take something out of the bag. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and it is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures. Minimum 1 minute, after which time they begin to suffocate. Interesting. Placing bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space created by a handy haversack portable hole or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. The gate is one way only and can't be reopened. Dang, that's dangerous. Okay. So yeah, you could put 500 pounds of gold in. I would say there's about another 500 pounds left.
And the rest of us, I guess, could kind of grab some pounds there too.
Mhm.
I think we can each carry about 100 pounds on our own.
There's 4 of you. Yeah. And then Thomas outside.
100 pounds is nothing.
Yeah. Sure.
I could carry you too.
All right, why
Oh,
don't
you can.
I'm gonna go get Thomas. I'll be back.
Take-
Wait, his leg is still screwed up, right?
He has a pretty bad leg.
Yes, but ask him about poisons and stuff, remedies.
All right, maybe we should try and take her
Her.
out of the cage and take her out
Yeah,
into the sunlight, maybe.
I'll carry her. I throw my bag down on the ground. If you guys want to throw some gold in there, I'll bring her out of the cave.
All right. So let's say we wrap up everything in bags, backpacks, and such, and head out of the cave with Sarah.
And is anybody keeping track of inventory?
I have D&D Beyond keeping track of my inventory.
Okay. I didn't catch the list of items that were read out.
You mean the most recent ones?
Yeah.
For what Carla got?
Yeah.
So she got, it's up to her if she wants to tell you or not, but she got a key, she got a backpack, and then some copper and some bread.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought this is just what the group found in the room that we were gonna put in the backpack.
No, all that's in the room is basically a plethora of gold, and this beat up elf that is that just got done having a seizure a few moments ago.
And do we know approximately how much gold it was?
It was about 1,000 pounds worth of gold.
Okay, so we'll have to translate that into individual coins at some point.
Yeah. 1 gold coin.
A metric ton of gold.
A gold American Eagle weighs 1 ounce. How many ounces are in a pound? It's 16 ounces in a pound. So 16 ounces in a pound, and there's 1,000 pounds.
16,000 coins.
16,000 coins, yeah. There we go.
Did we request any kind of finder's fee for this?
I don't think we did.
I think we forgot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, but you got
maybe we
that cool
keep-
armor with the mismatched sleeves.
I don't mention it. Can we finish scavenging this cave if that's what we're going to do, and then get the little elf lass home? Maybe someone can save her there. I mean, the longer we stay here, I fear that
Yes.
she may pass.
Priorities.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm bringing her at the cave.
Okay,
So DM, just looking around the cave, there's nothing that catches eye. I have a passive of 16.
I mean, one thing you're looking around. Kenku are mostly scavengers. They don't really hold too many possessions of their own. What they do have, they steal. So that is kind of, it's a pretty barren cave. There wasn't too much other than 16,000 coins of gold, which is a substantial haul, right? So, but other than that, that was pretty much it.
All right. Do I see any markings that I would recognize, like Kenku markings or thieves' camp markings that I would recognize?
You don't see, as you're looking around, you don't see much. Roll for. Let me take a look at your character sheet 1 second. I'm gonna have you roll for history for me really quick.
Oh Lord. 2.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see shit.
Actually, that might be the only thing you see.
Yeah, you see some shit.
Oh, what's this? Oh,
This house is clean. All right. I want to start making my way to the to the cave.
Okay.
takes everything you got.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Yep.
We were just talking about that too. All right, so you make your way to the entrance of the cave. You come outside. To the right, as you guys exit the cave, you see Thomas, who is kind of banged up still, holding his leg, and he sees you guys. Oi! That took you long enough. Where's Sara?
Aye.
Maybe on my shoulder.
Okay, so as you kind of step out in front of this bush, Thomas looks like, well, she don't look all right.
Nope, she's poisoned. Do you happen to know anything about poison?
No, but we have an herbalist. Back.
Then we need to get her there. Now.
What about my leg?
Yeah, we should probably get somebody about that leg too.
Can somebody help me walk?
Loki, you got this?
It's kind of swollen a little bit, guys. And I'm not in the. Does anybody have any water either? I've been out here for quite some time.
God.
I've got
It's a
some water in my
river
bag.
right
if you
here.
I'm not touching anything from you, Locks. But what did you say, Danon?
Isn't there water coming out of this cave entrance?
It's right here in front
Well,
of
I
you.
can't make it to. I'd have to crawl. Do I look like a man who crawls?
You look like a man who's been out here for at least 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Well,
Oh, Thomas, you're the worst.
listen, guys. I'm doing the best I can. You're not giving me much to work with. You're supposed to be helpful. I've been getting nothing but beaten up, stuff stolen, my ship wrecked in terms of my. Oh, you didn't find the pocket. You don't listen.
You know,
I was just
You know what?
just
We
about
are
to say
so
that.
busy right now. We don't get to deal with you. We need to get her back. So if
Yeah.
you want to wait here, go ahead.
All of a sudden, you kind of
Yeah,
hear
maybe-
it in the
maybe-
woods behind you. You hear like a growl.
Maybe by the time we get back,
a
after
light
dropping
growl?
Sarah off,
Like
you'll have gotten some water.
you can hear some animals in the background that don't seem entirely friendly, but somewhat small. And then Thomas kind of like perks up a little bit. Listen, if you could just does anybody have like a walking stick, or can I use somebody's shoulder?
I'm too short.
1, 2, 3, not it.
So I'll find a branch that's long enough that's I can make a crutch with.
Okay. So you look around, you find it's pretty good size. Looks like it was part of the log or the tree that fell when you guys were first making your way into the entrance. And you break off a piece, and now you have a somewhat walking stick.
Come, Tiny Tom.
Do you mind just coming to me just this once, and then once I'm up, I'm happy to.
Oh, I'm saying that after. Sorry, I meant to hand it to him, and then said, "Come."
Well, okay.
I didn't mean to have him.
Well, I appreciate it. And then he kind of stands up, and he's kind of
Needs
using it as a crutch, and he's kind of like hobbling. Well, I can keep up, somewhat. If we just might need to walk a little slower. But she don't look too all right. Poor Sarah. I've never seen her quite like this. I mean, red is definitely not her color.
Yep, like I said, she's poisoned.
All right.
Yeah, but I guess that getting you a stick is equally important.
Well, I did technically save you guys' lives. But
No, we save you.
now we can be even. But before I saved your life.
I guess this is more than even. You owe us.
Okay. Let's just agree to disagree. And.
You're so annoying.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm right here. I can hear you. I am literally right here.
I said that to his
Yeah,
face.
she's speaking to you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Well,
she's saying all of those thoughts out loud
Yeah.
to
all right,
you.
well,
This is
Yeah.
why you're so terrible.
all right. Well, all right, guys. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Eat an apple, chill.
Let's kind of. All right. I'll try to keep up. So you guys set out. The elf is over your shoulder. Brawl, you're carrying her, right? Okay.
Yep.
So she's over your shoulder. You guys are moving forward, pressing on. Thomas is in the background trying to limp. He's like going as fast as he can. As you guys carry on down the path you came to how you got here.
Do we hear any particular like growling or any kind of animal noise that we can discern?
Roll for perception. Unless you want to use your passive.
My passive sucks, so 17.
Ooh. Okay, so you hear like some birds. You hear some things up in the trees. You hear smaller creatures around you right now, but nothing too concerning at this moment.
So the growling has gone away.
As you guys venture down, the growling has moved away.
And all right, I figure that since we're moving what we're moving, I'm gonna be armed. Have my bow out.
Brawl, something you notice as you're carrying Sara is she's kind of drifting in and out of consciousness a little bit. She's no longer foaming. She did have some foam in her mouth. Her mouth looks very dry. Her lips are very dry. She almost looks a little dehydrated. And she'll time and time again she might open her eyes slightly, look at you, and then drift off. Her heartbeat is a little bit slower. Her blonde hair that was braided is very knotted and has blood in her hair. Her eyes, even though she's opening them, are quite swollen and bloodshot. And you can tell that she's been through quite a bit.
Do I see any water nearby? Streams, rivers?
You have a water pouch, right?
I don't know if I do.
I have a water pouch.
I lost a lot of stuff in that pocket.
Fucking.
Thomas
kind of right behind you. What did I do now? What was the... You just saying my name? All right.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
no water.
seriously, this guy, I just...
Do I see any water nearby?
So to the left, you can... There's a...
To the left, you can see me kind of drinking a little bit of water from my pouch.
I walk over to Loki and snatch the water pouch out of his hand and put Sarah down. I lean her up against the tree.
Would have been fine.
And just gently pour it into her mouth.
Okay. As you do that,
Help.
a little, the water goes in slowly. You can see a little bit of color coming back to her lips. Her eyes open, but very bruised. And you can just hear her basically whisper very, 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 very faintly to you, "Thank you." And then
You're welcome.
And then her eyes slowly drift back.
I hand Loki the water pouch and say thank you.
Don't mention it.
You look at the water pouch. There is some blood on the tip of the where she was drinking out of, and it's quite close to empty.
Yeah. I'm gonna just toss it away. After seeing it, just throw it.
Okay.
Why? Because it has blood on it, which is also poisoned. It's now a poison pouch.
So now you guys are standing around Sara, who is on the ground, back unconscious. And then Thomas finally catches back up and he's, "Oh, thank you for the break."
Oh, you're still back there?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, how far are we out from camp at this point?
You tell us. We've just been
it's the
following
same road,
the trail.
Right? It's the same
Thomas.
trail.
It took quite a hard fall, though, don't you? Yeah, it's the same path we're taking. How long have we been going? How long did we take to get there? I think I got a concussion, to be quite frank with you.
Thomas, you probably did.
I will explain a lot.
Sara is starting to bounce back, so we're not in a huge rush. Do you need a moment to catch your breath? Maybe find a bigger stick if you've outgrown that one.
That is the nicest thing any of y'all have said to me in quite some time. Why, yes, I would need just a moment.
Take a moment.
All right.
Go relieve yourself in the woods if you must.
I think that's a little more than I need. Just to catch my breath. And he just kind of sits there.
Fine. I'm gonna go relieve myself in the woods then.
Okay. All right. So you walk away from the group a little bit, Brawl. As you do, you kind of come up on this tree, and you kind of start peering around as you're starting to relieve yourself. And you notice, you can see, it's hard to make out, but you see in a clearing below, you can hear some tussling and some grunting, and some yelling happening. It almost sounds, it's further off in the distance, and you can't really see through all the brush and the trees, but you can almost assume that there's people fighting.
Sounds like Thomas, so I'm not going to.
It does sound like someone's fighting.
Hark, what's that noise?
Wait.
So as you're relieving yourself, you're kind of like peeing on this tree, but you're not really paying attention, and you're like, what the hell is that?
Wait, are they in?
We are not next to you while you're peeing.
Yeah.
I wasn't wondering that. I'm wondering if I can get their attention without anyone else hearing me get the rest of the party's attention.
So you look back, and you're probably about 25 feet away. Their backs are to you as you're still going. It's a very long pee.
Okay, fair. I'm just gonna finish and then walk back and get them.
Okay. So go ahead.
Hey guys, there's some stuff going on over here. I think you should come look.
What sort of stuff?
Some kind of fight. Somebody's moaning and grunting. Yeah,
Like a
it's kind of
person?
weird. Yeah.
All right,
Should
point
we-
the way.
Should we get involved?
I'm not saying we should get involved.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you should come look.
Let's take a look. Let's go.
What are we gonna do with these two? They're not really.
Well, Tommy can watch
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
little one.
And
Oh, I'll guard her with my stick. Not a problem. I mean, what could go wrong?
Yeah, see, that sarcasm will just bite into the enemy. They won't even know it hit them.
Silence
Yes.
is golden,
Does
Tommy.
anybody have? Is there? Okay, I'll take her. I'll hold. We'll,
If you'd like some water, there's Loki just threw his water sack over there if you want to just take a big swig of it.
you know, I'm parched. Where is it, Loki?
You might not want to do that. I'm not.
Ugh.
I know what you're thinking.
You take the fun out of everything. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not the same kind of poison though. It's a very different kind of poison. It seems like.
I'm doubting there's anyone who's going to miss Tommy.
I'm right here, Lox.
Can we at
Aye,
least
that
move
was good
them?
for your
Yeah.
ears.
Can at least move Sarah out of the road? Just a little bit out of it.
Is it a road or a
That's-
trail? It's more like a trail,
it's
right?
Yeah,
more
like a
dirt
trail, yeah.
There, you can see like a little clearing off on the side where there's some brush and some trees that kind of hide behind the road. That might be a good spot to put her.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
All right, I'll watch her, but I swear to God, if you guys aren't back in like 20 minutes this time, I'm gonna limp out of here.
You're gonna leave Sarah.
No, I'm going to try to bring Sarah because I care greatly. Sarah actually likes me, unlike you.
So
Okay.
Yeah, very curious to talk to her about.
I'm
I'm
going to
completely
the-
I'm completely fine with that. I mean, how far do you think that you're gonna go?
Well, it's more so I don't
don't
want
care
to be-
anymore. Let's go see what else is going on.
Okay. So you guys kind of
Thomas, just stay here with Sarah. We're literally going to be 20 feet away. We're just going to look at something, and we'll come back.
Okay.
You probably can't hobble 20 feet.
I'm
in the
sorry.
time
Are you?
that it takes to
Are you?
go there.
He looks down. Are you still here? Let's go.
Why are you pointing at your wrist? What do you have on your
Well,
wrist?
that's how you signal for like time. Like
He has second question.
Not during any thing that I've ever seen.
Let's
all
go.
right. Complicated bunch you are. All right. Well. See you soon. Just be safe.
Yeah, stay out of
I
trouble.
left already.
All right. So as you guys walk over, you can see that the ground's a little wet. And you're kind of.
I evade. I dexterity saving throw out of the way of the pee.
So, well, I mean, you guys start leaning up around the tree, and you are looking down. The sounds of the fighting has stopped, but you can kind of hear very heavy breathing, and it's and you see like kind of like a shadow standing over something. It's about down a little hill, and there's a little clearing, and you kind of make out the figure of a person who's kind of looks like they're standing over something.
How far away are they?
It's about 20 feet down it's not a large hill, but it's probably like just a small slope in the landscape that leads down into a little opening, but there's some trees and shrub in the way, so it's hard to make out what you're seeing, but you could definitely tell that looks like there's somebody down there.
I throw a rock at that person.
Okay, so you look around the ground, you pick up a rock. Roll for athletics.
Still maintaining my other arm on my bow.
Okay.
Just to see the reaction, see what happens. Athletics. I have 14.
Okay. So you hear thud, and
Who the fuck is blowing rocks out here?
And I pop up. Cal?
What? Oh shit!
Cal, what are you doing here?
It's a long story. Do they see what I'm standing over?
They haven't ventured down yet. They're still standing up on.
Okay, I'm gonna try to drag it away.
Okay.
So
I
I'll
walk
keep
in.
approaching.
Okay, so you guys, while you're dragging, you guys enter down into like this small little clearing in the woods down this slight hill, and in this clearing, it's surrounded by large oak trees, and in the middle of it, you see Cal, shirtless. His cape is ripped and tethered. He is covered in blood, and his right eye is bruised, and then you can tell that his knuckles are bloody and bruised as well. And then he's dragging a dead, what looks like dead human, who also has their shirt off and is all cut up, and the neck looks a little off as he's dragging this body.
Right, just
Are you in a
taking
Fight
care of
Club?
some business.
Are you in a fight club or something?
No.
Yo, are you not supposed to talk about what happened here?
What do you mean?
It's like the first
Good answer.
nod.
I just kind of drop it, the body.
Cal, what are you doing?
Cleaning up.
What? You disappeared from the night?
That's
You
okay.
left all of your stuff? We've been carrying your shits all over the place.
You
Well,
have.
Thomas had.
And we've been
Oh,
wondering
you're
where you
still
are.
hanging out with that guy.
We don't want to be.
We're barely hanging out with him.
No.
That guy. Lingerers, am I right? They just stay.
Sometimes, you just want to...
Yeah. He
Yeah,
never goes
so
away.
anyway, don't mind this chap. He's gonna be just fine. And
Perfect. Let's go, Cal. We missed you.
so thank you much.
We walk in, we catch you red-handed, quite literally. We just
Speaking
don't know
of, do you have a
what's-
towel? I'm gonna kind of walk up to Loki and start using his shirt to clean off. my
Can I
hands.
can I whip him with my bow?
I will have you both roll a d20, and whoever has the higher roll wins this.
But that's an attack.
Hey, roll off! Roll off! I mean, unless you're trying to actually hurt him. Are you trying to hurt him? Like, actually,
Me?
I'm trying
cleaning
to-
off-
I'm talking about.
I'm
trying to
cleaning
hurt
off
it,
my
like-
hands.
I'm trying to
Are you,
whip him
are you
with it.
trying to actually like draw damage, or are you just
Like
trying to
smack-
smack his hand away?
A little damage.
Okay, roll for attack, Josh.
Do I roll anything for doing things first, or am I wiping my hands?
You're
off
already
and then
wiping
just
his
give me,
hands
like-
off.
I'm wiping my hands off.
on his.
It's okay.
It's
you're
a 21.
Okay, that'll hit and roll a D. You're using a weapon. Maybe roll a D6.
It's just a I'm just whipping him with the bow.
It's a crude.
Like it's
melee
not
weapon.
a
So
yeah.
It can go wrong.
So what is that? A D4?
yeah,
It
yeah,
can
so D4.
really, yeah. It could. You could actually kill him with a D20 or something. That happened before.
What? With the D20?
Like a little tap.
Oh,
Oh,
close.
hitting him.
yeah, that's happened before in other games.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that small of a hit point.
Okay, roll D4.
Good, it was only a 1.
Okay.
Oh.
So as
nice.
he's wiping his hands on you, you smack him and then kind of cracking his thumb, dislocating it but not broken,
Me thumb.
and you deal 1 point of damage to Cal. Cal, you have one
I'm gonna
point.
pop it back into place.
It's still throbbing in pain, so you're one point of damage.
It's okay. Pretty beat
wait.
up.
We need to go. We found Sara, but she's in really bad shape. We need to go back to the
Is
village.
that feather lady?
Yeah.
Feather lady?
Wasn't she
Feather?
covered in feathers? Can I see her? Is Sarah with
No,
them?
you can't see her.
If
Oh, never mind.
So who is
Okay.
this?
I remember Sarah. That's who we were looking for. Right? She's the leader
Yes.
of this ensemble. She's gonna,
Yeah.
form a legion.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
So far, we're the Legion.
hold
Hell yeah.
everything. Are we just now going to just invite Cal back into our group without any answer as to what has gone on?
We can talk about this later.
Yeah,
Can we?
Are any of us innocent here? He killed a guy. It's okay. We just killed a whole.
Everybody
family
has gone
of
through some
Kinku.
shit.
Let's. I feel like we can finish.
don't
this
worry
conversation
about it.
Over a glass of
But
ale
we
or
can
something.
we would actually explain why we killed the Kenku. He's just holding this
You
guy.
killed a bunch of Kenku. Did you bring any feathers?
No. Do you
No.
want some?
Yes.
Let's go.
We'll go back later and get some.
I'm trying to make a cape, mate.
Oh yeah, capes are
Feather
cool.
cape. Stop distracting from them from what we're talking about.
We're
Yo,
talking
who's-
about just getting back to Sarah.
You just killed this man for what?
For a lot.
Who is he?
actually.
Oh, what'd you
It
get?
doesn't matter.
Do I
Huh?
do I see anything about this guy on the ground besides it just being shirtless?
So he has long black hair, but it's covered in seems to be a theme of this episode. Blood, just completely destroyed, scratched up. Cal did quite a number on him.
Loki.
Yeah.
Loki, all you need to know is he wronged me.
So
So, let's go.
I want to investigate the battlefield.
Okay. Roll for investigation.
$15. However, I do get advantage on things that have to do with fae, fiends, or undead.
So as you're looking around, you notice, that they were rolling around. There was definitely a scuffle. They were on the ground. You could see that some rocks were used. There's some blood on some rocks. You could see the rock that you threw at Cal as well on the ground. There's kind of blood all over this grassy field. You could tell that they, were rolling around fighting for quite some time.
Okay.
You see,
Do I
you
see
his-
anything
you
like?
see his shirt, Cal's shirt, over by a tree, and then you see the other
I should go get
another shirt, which is kind of over a rock, and it's all torn up.
that. It's got holes in it. This is why I need a cape.
All right. It's a little odd. Because we're in such a rush with Sara. Come on, let's go.
All right.
I'll ask more questions later. Do we just leave this body here? I don't know. Are you taking it with you?
No, I don't need that.
You got everything you needed from it?
Indeed.
Good.
All right. Maybe we should get your stuff back.
All right, so you guys
Yes, let's go venture back to Thomas.
venture back up the hill.
As we're walking, I'm cracking my
The
knuckles.
5 companions are back together, and you see Thomas sleeping next to Sara, passed out.
Everybody wait. Everybody
He
wait.
has all of Cal's stuff on his chest. He's snoring as Sara is she's still passed out.
I stopped the party dead in their tracks. We should scare him.
What?
We should scare him. Thomas, we should scare him. He's asleep.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds perfect.
maybe we
Okay.
should put the dead. Wait, what if we put the dead body right next?
Instead of Sarah.
I like the way you
Let's
think.
do that.
And what if we just left with Sara?
Yes. And my stuff. He'll absolutely freak. This is perfect.
Let's try to do this really quickly and quietly.
You know, run back to the body.
I'm gonna go out quietly and just start grabbing Sarah and take her to the nearest bush
fucked
just to
up.
hide. Hey, you know us.
Oh, God.
Don't pretend that you don't know
All
us.
right. So who's carrying the dead body?
He's already got blood on his hands.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. So as you're getting close to Sara, roll for stealth, or as you're getting close to a sleeping.
Somebody's gonna help
Sleepy
me.
Thomas.
Anyone else? Who's helping?
I'll help.
Am I there too? With the body?
You're carrying. I thought you're carrying the dead body.
Yeah.
And then who's
Yeah, so I have the body
moving?
over my
Who's
shoulder.
moving Sara?
So
Roll
Danan,
20!
Okay. All right. So very quietly, you are moving Sara with the help from Loki. So she's carrying the legs, you're carrying the arms, and you guys slowly pull Sara away from Thomas. Thomas has no idea he's still snoring. His arms are above his head. All of Cal's stuff is on his chest. And then here comes Cal with this dead Mal, and he goes to lay him down next to Thomas. Roll for stealth.
So, okay. Am I up to him already?
Yeah. You.
Like, am I next
Yeah.
to him? I'm just gonna slam the body down on his head and say, "Wake up!"
So all of a sudden, this body falls down on top of Thomas. Thomas wakes up. There's blood everywhere. He jumps. Then you hear, and he's like, "Oh my back! Oh my back! Oh my back!" And he looks down. What the hell is this?
A riot!
Oh,
I'm just gonna collect myself. I'm laughing from him.
the hell, man! Why is there a dead body on top of me? He kind of pushes it off. Oh, my back! Oh, fuck me, my back! Oh, yeah, it hurts. Can anybody?
I felt like that could have been funnier if we just left him.
Oh boy. Who's tall enough? Loki, I need your help. Come, can you put your arms around me and just pick me up and crack me back? I'm crooked.
No.
I can't. I'm in a lot. Come on, guys. This is not nice. No, first off, that was a mean trick.
Thomas, where's
I
your
felt
stick?
pretty good about it.
He's kind of the sticks under his arm and in his back. He's like kind of standing like, oh.
Perfect. Let's go.
Oh, all right.
Don't you have the ability to help any of you?
I'm the only one that does that, and I'm spent.
Why are you're so back and forth with me? You're like bipolar towards me.
Yeah, I just have streaks of kindness.
Streaks of time out. Off game.
Like
Somebody
in the
write
Deadlands.
that down. That needs to be a T-shirt. that needs streaks of kindness. That's fantastic. It was just Brawl just sitting there like this. Oh, amazing! Streaks of kindness. Okay, back again. Streak.
Don't get me wrong. I love nature. Humans, elves. Eh.
That's fair.
I'm glad you.
That seemed
I
a
see
little
the
bit out of
sentiment.
place.
Really quite. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna need another stick. So I can balance myself out now. Anybody? Locks, you seem like a nice man thing.
This girl here seems sick.
Can I get my bow?
Yeah, she's poisoned. We're trying to get her back to town.
Can I get my bow? Not putting an arrow in it, but just like mimic shooting Thomas, and then do like one of these, and then just turn and walk towards the village.
You certainly can. So
I'm tired of fucking with Thomas. I just wanna go.
Intimidation.
all right, I'll get my own stick. And he kind of bends over. Oh, actually, that actually helped. Kind of. All right, I feel good.
Lovely. Let's go.
All right.
I'm already walking with Sara, just a little bit.
Okay.
What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's poisoned.
Poisoned. I know
Yeah.
a little bit about poison here.
You
and
do.
there. Can I make a nature check
Yeah, you certainly can.
or medicine or whichever one? I'm not lying when I say a natural 20.
Oh wow.
Woo!
Ooh.
It's rare.
Okay, so let me see here.
I know all of this.
So you recognize it's a poison that it's kind of a paralysis poison that you can notice that it when under this it alters your mind, drifting you to you're essentially kind of keeps you trapped in your subconscious, and you're almost like you're dreaming constantly when you're under this poison, and it's very, very difficult. There's a certain herb that you need to attain, and it is called Palladu.
Perfect.
And you
One more time?
recognize the herb name is Palladu.
How do you spell it?
Palladu.
I'll do.
I relay this information to the.
Do we know that?
Where can we find some Palladu?
That's a good question. It's native to.
So you know that you being from in this area that there is to the west
That's
to the west that they're not too far. It is native to the area, and you recognize that it's not all too common, but you might need to go deeper into the woods to find it.
It's
here's
a
the question.
forest-based herb.
Is it something that requires immediate attention? Is it going to kill her?
If left untreated, she will slip into a permanent coma.
I'm going to imagine that was just done with an Australian accent from.
If left untreated, she's gonna be stalking up.
There was a
Let's
glitch.
go.
I missed it. I missed it.
You missed it.
Your
Yeah.
internet.
There's
your
a
internet
glitch.
there for a sec.
Yeah, you glitch a little.
Aha! A permanent coma.
Ah. All right. How long do you think we have?
So you would assume probably you have, I would say, 24 hours from the time that the poison was put into her system, and you could assume by looking at her that it's been in there for probably about half a day at this point.
So you're
not
saying that
looking
it's
good.
only about 12 hours left? Or are you saying that we have 24 hours from now?
12 hours left, you could assume.
All right. So we're about maybe an hour away from the cat.
We could drop her off. And then go into the woods foresting.
Probably for the best. We can't be carrying, two
All this
civilians.
dead weight. I glare at Thomas.
Thomas kind of looks back. He kind of looks like puppy-eyed. He's like, y'all are quite mean.
Didn't ask Thomas. I turned back to the group.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
What about this dead man? I mean, you're just gonna leave me here with the dead man?
Don't
No,
you
I
have a
thought you
stick?
were walking on the stick.
But yes, but you just said to leave the dead weight, and you looked right back at me. So, am I staying with Sarah?
Yeah, that was.
He was
was a
being
joke.
nice, and he was saying the dead guy next to you. We gotta
It was
leave
a
the dead
metaphor.
guy.
Oh. I think I said this before. I might have a concussion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably do.
All right, well, let's go.
Gee,
Lox,
Thomas,
do you have any water?
Love yourself. He's taunting us.
The Lux isn't even going to give him the time of day.
No, I said I was done with him a long time ago. He's dead to me. I don't talk to ghosts.
Wow. All right. Okay. So Thomas kind of ready to go, and you guys.
All
venture
right, let's
forward.
go.
So right now the group is looking, going into the woods, searching for this.
No, we're
we
going
want
back
to
to the
drop off
camp
Sarah.
to drop off Sarah and Thomas.
Okay.
Maybe the herbalist, the town's herbalist, is going to have the remedy ready.
Okay.
Or she may be able
That
to
might
point
be it.
us in the right direction of
Right.
the specific herb, of the Paladu.
You're going to be cutting it close, right? So you're a few hours.
Well, it's 12 hours, right?
It's 12 hours. It's I think it was 6
So
hours.
you're
right?
saying it's
it was
like-
6 hours that it took you guys to get there, to get to the cave. I think.
Well, you said that. No, it took us 2 hours to get to
2
the camp.
hours.
It was 2
yeah.
hours. Okay, so that means. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're fine then. So you guys carry on as you're moving throughout the woods.
Carry on our wayward
I'm gonna have you roll for every 30 minutes. And whoever's
The group?
who's leaving or who's leading the caravan right now.
I can lead. I have a pretty good perception.
I'm behind him.
What am I adding to this? I'm sorry.
Your perception, just regular perception.
I suppose I'll
I have
be
a
in the
21.
mid.
What'd you say, Barney?
I'll be in the middle.
Sure, that's fine. So 21. You're carrying on. You don't see anything of fright, and you're good to go right now. So you've made it a quarter of the way back to camp with no issues. Next, I will have who's number 2 in the caravan as they're looking around. So Brothel,
Yep.
will you roll for me?
I will.
Good. I'm glad.
What am I adding to this? Perception?
Yeah, just your regular perception.
12.
Okay. So you as you're looking around, you notice on the ground that there has been, looks like there's some tracks that are going in the opposite direction of which way, almost cutting into the woods, about 15 feet up from you. You notice some, like 2 different sets of tracks on the ground in the dirt, and then you can notice some branches that were broken, and they were veering towards, as if somebody was walking in the woods and veered off the path, crossed over your path, and went into the woods.
Is there anything remarkable about these prints?
It looks like there's one is very large, probably about that big and wide.
Could be some large creatures nearby. So keep your eyes peeled.
I'm gonna. So, we'll say for this time, I was helping Danan with Sara, carrying Sara.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna pass Sara over to Brawl. Brawl, here. I need a free arm so that way I can use my bow just in case.
Yeah, of course.
So I hand him Sarah from the other side, and then I just get ready just in case, and I start to look and see where those footprints lead. And
Okay, so you're going to look and see down the... So you can notice that as you're looking down, you notice that there's a lot of branches and tree branches that were broken, and you see the footsteps, and looks like some smaller footsteps, almost like it was... And they look humanoid, and as if they went down to this like valley area through this path.
all right, so I think that we should just keep going, keep moving.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We don't have time to get into a fight.
Okay. And then next, I'm gonna have is who's third? Oh, actually, that's gonna be Brawl. Brawl. No, I'm sorry. Cal, roll for. So you guys made it halfway back to camp.
Total 13.
Okay. So you guys venture forward as you're moving. The sun's starting to get a little bit lower, but it's probably right now midday. So it's kind of probably like 2 in the afternoon, I would say, actually. And you guys are getting a little tired, but not overly tired. You're a little banged up still from the previous day, or from early morning. And then fourth in the group, the final stretch. Who is after?
I'll do that.
Okay.
Perception. 15.
Okay. So you start to see the camp and the smoke from your guys' camp. You notice a sign is now put in front of the door, and it says Sturgeon Point in front of the entrance to the encampment. It says Sturgeon Point.
Where it didn't before. Is Sturgeon someone in particular that we've met? Is
Or
he
is it
that?
like the fish?
Like Thomas kind of peeks his head up. It's like the fish. It's the water. There's a lot of sturgeon, but yeah, that's kind of our main staple here.
All right.
Aren't they small?
But plentiful and easy to catch and taste pretty good.
Aye.
It's pretty good.
Oh no, they're lively.
No, I mean, was that somebody's name? Did we have a person's name that was Sturgeon?
Like lively? Yeah, that's a name.
It's a name. I don't know whose name that is, but
Same.
sounds lively though. So we get into the village then at this point?
Yes, you guys enter the village, and you can kind of see people kind of scurrying about. People are looking in at your guys' direction. There's only about 10 people in the village circle right now, and one of them is Rorik, I believe his name was. One moment, let me just double check.
Yeah, there was Rorik, which was the second in command.
The second in command.
So Rorik notices you guys, runs over, and what happened here?
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
That's 16.
16.
What are
Okay.
you-
So what are you trying to gain insight on his?
I want to size him up. I want to see if he is glad that we found Sarah.
Gotcha. So you can. So as he's looking at Sarah, looks up at you. You can kind of see some, she's back, kind of a look on his face. He's not overly concerned, like you would expect somebody to be if somebody was dying in your arms and in front of you. And he kind of looks at you. Well, I'm glad that you found Sarah. What the hell is wrong with her? She doesn't look like she's going to quite make it through just yet.
Well, we need a medic of some kind, an herbalist. Do you have one here?
We do. But we're short on herbs. We don't have many. We just literally created this little medicine shop, if you will. It wasn't too long ago, so it's a little low.
Well, you must have some herbs from the local area, right?
That'd be a question for the herbalist.
Well, then, let's go to the herbalist.
Right. It's right. See our longhouse. It's behind that on the left. And you guys venture your way over there, and you see a young half elf, and he actually has like dirty blonde hair, and it's braided and it goes it's kind of tied in the back, and then he has one long braid that goes down the side of his face. And then it has beads in it, but you can tell that the beads are quite almost symbolic. And you also notice that within his hair, he has leaves kind of twined within. And he's
I'm gonna try to hide my face.
And it's an open.
As we walk in, I kind of immediately avert attention.
Okay. There's no door on this building. You just see kind of jars set up on some shelves. You see a bench for like a patient to lay on. It's dirt for the ground. It's more of a shack than anything, really. And you see different herbs and spices, and you see a table, which is up against the back, and the shelves are over it. To the right is the bench, which is empty, but you can see that the bench itself is stained with what looks like sweat and blood, and it's quite disgusting. And then he kind of looks behind over his shoulder as he kind of hears you guys coming in, and hello.
Move!
Okay. He kind of steps out the side as he's kind of stirring something in a jar, and it's in a stone little thing with a wooden stick.
So I'm thinking like we may bring this Sara into the herbalist, lay her down on something. Is there any kind of like bench, bed?
Well, that's
cot?
The table that's next to the.
It's just a table.
Yeah, it's like a an operating table, if you will. Like it's made of wood.
It's like
it's quite gross. So you lay Sara down on top of it.
I thought this place was new.
Well, it's new, but they're making everything out of their surroundings, right? So.
Yeah. What is the name of the herb that we're looking for?
Paladu.
Paladuc?
Paladu.
I ask, do you have that? Or if I know the herb myself, I just see.
He kind of looks over at you very slowly, and just kind of catches your gaze, and he's studying you. Paladu. It's from this area. Of it, I have not any in stock, but I know where you can find it. And what is that? He kind of looks over at Sara. Oh, my dear. Well, I would suggest hurrying. Looks like it's pretty deep into her blood system.
Well, I agree. We must hurry. But where do you know of the Paladu?
So when you leave Comp, if you go south, and you'll come to a clearing. It's kind of where have you gone so far, if you don't mind me? Because it's
you could just kind of just direct me off camera.
Off camera. What does that mean?
It's kind of like when Thomas does this on his wrist. Not sure if you've ever picked up on him doing that.
Thomas, where is Thomas?
I'm gonna shout from just while still not really making contact with anybody. I'm gonna be like, south in the forest, south in the mountains.
It'll be forest. So if you go south, and then there'll be a clearing. You'll see. You can't miss it. There's a giant oak tree. There's only one path that goes that direction. When you see that oak tree, it's probably a click inwards from there. I know there's some Paladu in that area, that region.
Do you have a description of what we're looking for? What
It's a
the
green herb.
I know what a
Appearance of it?
paladu is.
Yeah.
I know what it looks like.
Okay.
okay?
Let me draw you one.
Okay. All right. Do you have stuff to draw with?
Is it a flower? Is it a weed?
So, what Paladu is? 1 second. How did? So Paladu is it's a weed that grows off of a certain, in this world, a certain silvery rock. So it's a weed that actually grows through this mineral,
Stone.
through this stone, and you can't really miss it. It's very unique.
Really?
Looks
Is that flower smiling at me?
Is that a happy face?
I'm gonna lie and say no.
I can tell he's lying, or should I make an insight check?
I'm going to lie.
you can kind of tell. So at this point, he kind of looks at Sara. I can slow the poison down a little bit. I have some stuff to slow the blood flow, which could buy you some time. It's about an hour and a half's journey, I would say, from this point. I didn't take any because it's in that area. There's some. Let's just say we haven't been venturing that way too often because the followers of Semet have kind of been seen in that region, so we haven't been venturing.
It's close.
It's close. They've been getting closer. That's the reason why we've been building our walls up further.
Well, it sounds like if they're coming closer, then it makes no sense why this village should stay here.
Well,
Eventually, they're gonna find you.
I don't think they will, especially if we can wake her. She has some powerful enchantments, if you will, that would deter many from our area. Let's just say that sometimes we can be invisible in plain sight. But yes, it's in great urgency that we definitely save Sara.
All right. Can you take care of her from here on?
Like I said, I could slow the bleeding. I might be able to buy you a few extra hours. Well, not the bleeding, but the blood flow itself. Kind of put her into an induced coma, one that will keep her calm and steady.
All right, then I guess we leave her in your capable hands.
All right. Well,
Is there any other medics or any other, I don't know, medicine people in this, healers in this
Why?
village?
so you are asking the herbalist?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can ask the herbalist.
So he looks at you. Well, we rely very much on the land. So no, I'm pretty much the best that you got.
Okay. Thomas might be
Fix-
coming in here in a sec.
I was about to say, can you fix busted legs?
I can mend them. You can probably give him a stint or something of that nature. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Thomas has a leg that needs mending.
All right. Send him in.
Yeah, as soon as he catches up, I'm sure he'll be right in.
Uh,
Yeah,
he
take
is
your
quite
time.
annoying.
Finally.
He could just do with a little self-awareness.
Well, he's
It's really what it comes down to.
he's been doing quite better, to be honest. Once he actually had some purpose, and being told to go find people to join the cause, and bring people and save them. So I mean, now that he has before, he was just here, and that was quite worse.
Well, he's claimed that he has a concussion. I doubt that was his first.
No, it certainly was not.
It makes me feel so much better that we were just his busy work, that you sent him out to find us just to keep him busy. That
Yeah.
gives me great confidence.
Well, he's been doing quite a good job, but the problem is,
Obviously, let's ask Sara.
all right. Well, I'm happy to help. And I'm assuming y'all be staying here.
Yeah, kind of
Yes.
looks that way.
No. Well, at the moment,
No.
we're going to go find this paladin.
Excuse me, sir. What is your name?
Ah. You asking me? My name?
Yes.
Me.
Yes. Yes.
Sloan.
Quit stalling.
Say that again.
Sloan.
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 Cool name, Sloan.
Well, I appreciate it. I've had this name now for about, I don't know, 30 years.
Yeah, I've had my name for my whole life too.
Same.
Yeah, that's good. Good to know. It's strange to collect.
Does he look like he's 30 years old, or does he look like he's...
Inside check.
All right. Roll for insight.
Oh, me?
Wait, really?
Oh, okay. I want to see if he's reliable. Natural 1.
He's 30.
Yeah.
That looks reliable to you.
Yep.
All right. So you guys venture out. As you guys go into the town, you can see Thomas kind of wobbling forward. You found the herbalist. I'll be back. And he kind of like goes past you in like haste, and you can see that he's sweating profusely. And I think now would be a good time to take our mid break for the episode.
10 minutes.
So we're gonna take a
Yeah.
10-minute break, and
Yay.
be back in 10 minutes, folks.
Sweet.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Did you already pause it?
No. Give me one
the
sec.
stream?
Yes.
Don't you
Don't
cry
you
no
cry
more.
no more.
Do. Carry on a wayward son. All right, we are back, folks. And I'm so happy I got that on camera. That was great.
You guys remember playing it on Guitar Hero?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was so
Yeah.
much fun.
So just to update. By the way, I was a Rock Band guy growing up over Guitar Hero. I liked Rock Band.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you must have had the extra money, the extra cash to get the drum set.
We had the drum set.
I
We had
always
the
wanted the
guitars.
drum
yeah,
set.
we had the
I
drum
wanted
set, the
drum
guitar,
set
and the
so
mic.
bad.
My buddy Kyle would sing. He was terrible. I would play the drums. My buddy Sean would be on guitar.
Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle if he's watching this. You're terrible at singing, but he already knew that. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, man. We did that. We got snowed in one time, and we just played that for 3 days straight, and then we were done with it. Good old East Coast snow. But with that being said, guys, for everybody watching, I know we've had a couple people jumping in, jumping out, watching this episode. Like the episode if you have an opportunity, if you're liking what you see, guys, and please subscribe to Mainframe Comic Con if you can. We're going to be going live every Wednesday, roughly around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to try to get better with that time, but right now we're a one-man rock show. We're playing Guitar Hero on setup, so it's been quite the challenge, but I'm learning every episode. So hopefully you like what you see, guys, and please do subscribe to the channel if you get the opportunity to tune in every Wednesday, and please liking helps with that YouTube algorithm, if you will. So with that being said, the party is now venturing out of Sturgeon Point, and they're heading down the road, and I'll have you guys venture forth as you guys carry on. Who is leading our band of adventurers?
Lux was.
Yeah, I can lead. I think unless anybody has a better perception, I should probably lead.
Okay.
Mine's +1.
Yeah, same.
I got 0 perception.
So Lux, you can be
Off they go.
You can be leading
Off to see the wizard.
the
Oh,
wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Actually, I have +5 persuasion.
Perception.
Perception or
Oh, perception +3.
Okay.
That's
damn.
still good.
You
Yeah.
should be in the front
No.
I've got a passive of 16.
somewhere.
That's
Oh.
probably the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we drop off the gold or are we still carrying it?
No, we're carrying it.
Yeah, we don't trust them.
Okay.
Oh, fair.
Not yet.
Surprisingly, nobody said anything when you guys entered the camp, but you guys were pretty quick. You didn't see too many people. It looks like a lot of while you were inside Sturgeon Point, you noticed that there was only a few people still at the camp. So people were out doing things, whatever they may be, and you didn't run into too much conversation.
Did I miss something
Things.
about the expectations with the gold?
They mentioned that the gold was stolen, and that they need it back, and that they're using that to fund their endeavor, for
Oh.
freedom. So
For some reason, I didn't associate that with actually expecting to find a large pile of gold.
but yeah.
So that's where you're like, oh, we're keeping it,
The
right?
problem was that they stole the gold and Sara, and then they asked for more gold for ransom.
That's right. And they couldn't pay us anything up front because all the gold was taken.
Right.
Yeah.
So until the leadership is returned, back to normal, I don't think it makes sense for us to be giving back the gold at this point.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
You guys found gold?
We did.
We're away from the camp already, right? We're walking and talking.
Yeah. You guys are walking and talking, and
Oh, walking and
Yeah.
talking.
walking and
Yeah.
talking and walking.
Danan, you look like you have something to say.
Yeah. I don't know. This Rurik guy, I think that he is supposed to be second in command, right? He seemed not really happy about Sara returned. So I don't want to be that person, but it seems to me that maybe
It's very
probably
obvious.
there was like a coup or something like going on. We don't know.
It was very
I mean-
obvious to me that he was disappointed to see Sara alive.
Okay, so it wasn't only me. It was okay. So that's good.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
hope
didn't
that
do a
we
great
didn't-
job of hiding that.
I hope we
That was
didn't just
Rorik?
make a mistake by leaving
Sarah
Sara with them.
unconscious and yeah.
We might have, but what else can we do?
Well,
We could have left
Nothing
him in a
else?
tree, I guess. Yeah, no.
But okay. Do we see anything around us?
You don't see much out of the ordinary. You're just kind of following this path. You know, you're looking for like a giant oak tree that you can't miss, is what they told you.
Do I know the lay of the land?
We're
We're in a forest. That's my favorite terrain.
Right.
Haha.
You're
That's my favorite terrain.
somewhat familiar with the area. You know that it gets rockier as you get. You're probably about 30 minutes out.
I shouldn't have told him it's my favorite terrain.
It's about 30 minutes out. I mean, you recognize this area, but you haven't seen it in a long time. If you you know, in regards to the past. So it's a little fuzzy, but you do know that as you get more east, there is some more rockier terrain where you might be able to find it. But that's not for about another mile or two north. Sorry,
After I hear him say that it's his favorite terrain, and then he shouldn't have said that, I yell back, "Don't worry, I'm not surprised at all."
Thanks.
I'm a little bit lost in this. I don't understand at all.
Quiet.
We'll explain it to you when you're older.
Sounds like the birds and the bees.
Lux, roll for perception.
Uh, 19.
Okay. So in the distance, you guys have been now walking for another about 20 minutes. Okay. In the distance, you can see a giant, what looks like an oak tree. And there is.
How densely wooded is this forest?
I would say there's probably a tree every 10 feet.
So pretty well spread out.
It's well spread
Yeah.
out, but it's a lot of.
But
exactly. But yeah, there's. It's not like you're going through jungle. It's more woods than it is jungle.
Okay.
There's some clearings, there's some paths, there's some openings, but for the most part, you have like a tree every like 10 feet or so. Pretty large trees, and right now everything's very green and lush due to the season.
Beautiful out here.
And then Lox, you see the giant oak tree that you think that they might have been referring to.
Up ahead, is it in front of us? All right. So up ahead, Ranger, Ranger?
Yeah.
This oak tree up ahead, does this look like it could be of use?
Yes, this looks familiar as a mock.
Do I
No.
see any small woodland creatures nearby?
As you're looking around, you don't see much. Roll for nature. I guess that would. I guess you could perception. Perception. Yeah, roll for perception.
Eight.
Okay. Yeah, you see like there's like a couple rabbits that are hopping along, but other than that, that's all you're seeing.
Walk over to the rabbits.
Okay.
They run
It
away.
kind of looks up to you like, and like with a giant smile, and it has two little baby rabbits behind it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kneel down and I pet it.
Okay. All right, you kneel down. You're petting this.
Animal handling.
You're petting this rabbit. Roll for animal handling. I like it. I like where your head's at, Cal. Roll for animal handling.
7.
Okay. So as you go to pet the rabbit, it's like, and then the little baby rabbit jumps forward and bites your hand.
I pull it back real quick, but I understand.
And then
I back away.
And then the rabbits kind of like keep moving forward and take off.
Yeah.
God.
I walk back to the path.
All right.
That was very wholesome.
So what you're seeing right now?
Are you like a princess? Like,
Are you?
On the inside.
Yes.
Everybody just got shifted over. One sec. One moment. Sorry, guys. I'm fixing your imagery. Okay, that'll have to do. Okay. All right. So rabbits take off. You guys see the path, and it's going towards the right of you, towards the east, and you can see that it's pretty worn down as well. Looks like there has been a lot of people that have ventured this way, but it's a very clear, definitive path going east.
Do I get the sense that we should go east?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We should go east.
East it is. Let's go.
Along the
Aye.
path.
You guys are going to be walking for a little bit. I don't know if you guys want to.
I'm gonna tickle
It's
the
too bad
back
we
of
don't have any
Lani's
walking
neck.
No.
you're gonna do what?
I'm gonna blow like on the back of your neck.
The-
Well, you're walking in front of me.
Is it successful, DM?
Let me roll for it. Oh, 19 plus whatever.
Sure, you blow hard. Oh, Lord.
Poor choice of words.
You're great. It was an excellent blow job.
You're welcome.
Cal, do you mind not doing that? It's really,
What happened? What happened, guys?
It's very weird. Stop, please.
Oh god. So as you guys continue forward, you see some giant rocks. And let me pull this up real quick. So you see some giant rocks, and you can kind of you see some what looks like some wood spikes that are kind of put up on top of these rocks, kind of stopping you in your tracks as you're continuing forward.
Wooden spikes like they're almost like a fence?
Almost like a fence. Well, where from your vantage point right now, what you see is that there are wooden spikes that were like stuck into the ground.
Straight up.
I'd like to climb a tree.
Okay. So you see a tree that's about 5-10 feet in front of you, and you begin to climb up. It's pretty easy for you. You get to the top, and what you see looks like almost like an encampment, but something you see in the rocks beyond. So you see a wooden fence, and that there's an opening where the path leads that goes into this camp, and you can see some tents that are back there. But behind the tents, you notice you see exactly what you've been looking for on top of the rocks in the back, the weed that you've been searching for. And there's some smoke coming from some of the tents. that are made of leather.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my journal and draw a quick sketch of the gate and the tents and where I see the herb, and then I'm gonna come on back down the tree.
Okay. So when you show them your sketch, roll for performance.
All right. Plus, so 9 plus 4, 13 maths.
So you show them that there is it's very rocky, and it's kind of like a circle of rocks, and inside of mountain face, if you will. And inside this little circle is the camp, and there's about 7 huts made of animal hide. And you don't see anybody about at the moment, but you do see some smoke coming from some of these huts. In front of the camp is a river, a stream that is going down. There's a little wooden makeshift bridge that you can go over to get into the camp. But it's about a 20-foot walk, if you will, from the entrance of the camp where these 2 wooden gates are. That are like this, and it's completely enclosed, and it's about a 20-foot walk once you get inside that gate to get over the bridge into the camp.
At this point, we don't see this, right? It's just Cal.
Right.
So I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna draw you a crude map of.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So that says times 7, x7. I learned numbers somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
So there are 7 small huts. There was a gate and a river, and the herb it lies beyond all this stuff. Now I didn't see anybody in the huts or around the huts.
So how do we
But I did
cross
see
the
some
river?
smoke. I suppose we could fell a tree.
Really? There's no way to. There's no
Well,
bridge or
Was
anything.
there
if there's a
bridge?
river, if it's a
I
river,
wanna see a bridge.
it's so the weeds that we're looking for are in the camp, or they're
It looked like that.
beyond
yes.
the camp.
It looked as though it was 7 huts and then the weeds. I don't know if were they fenced in, the weeds. I
Yeah,
believe
they were in.
at
They were in the back of the camp.
at the very back of the camp.
Does the river
They
run?
don't grow around the area.
Looks like it was a very specific spot.
You don't see it.
Right on the trunk of a tree. It's very special.
Does the river run through the camp, or is it on the outskirts?
Runs through it.
Oh, I drew this wrong. So pretend there are more huts on the other side of the river, like that. So it kind of goes down, then there's more gate here, like that.
Does the river flow to the weed, or could you see?
I don't think I could tell from my vantage point. Which way is the wind going? We could probably find that river.
So the river is running.
What is-
The river's running with you guys right now.
So it goes towards the camp. Okay.
So we're walking along the river.
No, the river is. You don't see it from where you're standing. So the river.
I see where your head's at, Locks, and I like it.
I do too. I think it's a good idea.
All right. So, I mean, if you guys are on the same page, I don't know. I can breathe underwater. So, a couple of choices. Could go into the river, go under the gate, go under the bridge, whatever it is.
Yep.
If there's a gate, unlock it so we all go, or I sneak and get the weed, whatever you guys want. I don't know if these guys are friends or foe. I don't know.
We probably don't want to attract attention at the moment. I think
We
you're.
could cover him. I'm handy with my bow. I know you're a crack shot too.
And I can hit things.
Yeah, me too.
If push comes to shove.
Yeah. Yeah, it is an excellent scouting mission.
Okay, so
So the gate or the fence or whatever it is it split where you can actually walk through it, or is it actually like where they're touching, like each gate piece is touching?
so they're
Look at the
split.
map, man.
It's split. So it's kind of like it's like this, and then there's no door for the gates to connect, but there's a single funneled entrance.
But in other words, it's all sealed essentially all the way around.
Correct, with a single entrance. And then on the inside of that entrance is the river.
And what was the height of the fencing?
I would say it's
Could I
about
tell?
40 feet.
Oh, it's tall. It's a fort.
40 feet tall? That's not a camp. It's a fortress.
That's no moon.
That's a space station.
That it is.
Well, I mean, what do we think? Because poor Sarah's back there dying a terrible death.
I
so-
think if that might be the fastest way to do things
Yeah.
to avoid conflict, if there is any, we can cover you from a distance in case
You're
there's
underwater.
anything.
You jump out, grab the weed, swim
Ah.
back.
I suppose, or you could, because it's at the back of the camp, if you could find a way down the river under the fence again, you could just go back around.
All right, I'm down. Just cover me good, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Aye.
Um,
All right, I'm going to move you guys
I don't know how we're gonna cover him.
to.
We're
It's
on.
not the confidence I want to hear, Lucky Lani. Just a yes.
Can you send
If-
us
if-
a
if it's-
signal
You'll get in a
if there's
40
trouble?
Feet tall.
We'll climb
We won't
trees.
be able to see in the camp at all.
We climb.
You send a sign
trees.
or like a signal. Anything.
Have you climbed it's like that
I just
tree that
climbed
you
a tree.
climbed is over 40 feet.
Yeah, I saw into and over the camp.
So I just moved you guys to the map.
Ahoy!
Ooh.
It
Okay.
looks just like my map.
And so
Yes, it
where's-
does. That's a
where's this,
perfect.
where's the weed?
Oh, there's a bridge.
So
right
the
here.
weed is over. Can you guys see this? It's over here in the back.
I got
Oh,
to pan out
okay.
real quick.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
very.
Oh.
Wait,
That
can
is
you
a
click it again?
precarious
You climb
situation.
this tree right up here,
Wait,
and you were able to see vantage point wise.
Are you clicking? Is it making clickies?
Are you seeing this?
Ah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Okay.
So you climbed that tree, and you're able to see over these spikes that are in front of it. And you were able to see into the back, and you saw that there was some weeds over her.
Ah, okay. Oh, that does trip up our plans a little bit.
Is this the scale?
What do you mean?
I mean, like these huts are only about 5 feet,
Yeah.
so they're more like tents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're-
he said
I
10.
said
Tiny
tents.
tents.
I said
Tiny
tents in a
tents.
large hunt.
Cal, were you able to tell what kind of beasts or human are in these tents? Anything in the area?
I didn't see anything. Besides the tents and the herb.
Well, I say let's do it. I mean,
We
worst case.
are.
Well, they
You're-
did say that there were followers of this pretend god. So
We are within 100 feet of this
Yeah.
encampment. Are we able to hear anything within 100 feet? Because that is.
Yeah. So you can hear some noise coming from inside the tents, and you can't really quite make it out. You don't recognize some talking, but you don't recognize the language.
So you guys are my eyes. So if you see that I'm about to get tripped up on, you can make a distraction. You can,
Ah,
draw them out, and then I can get them from behind as you hit them from the front. If that's what it leads to. If not, then best case we sneak in, sneak out.
How wide and deep does this river look?
Oh, sorry, my dog is like choking or something. One sec.
I heard him. Poor guy.
Poor little bugger.
Sorry, guys. Quarantine. Streaming from home. Dog drank too much water too quick.
Oh.
I think he might need some more water. He was hitting his dish. Okay.
Wait, that's the opposite of. All right, never mind.
Okay. Carrying on. Sorry, your question was about the stream.
How deep? Wide?
From your vantage point, you can't see it from where you're at.
So this spot right here
Right.
is behind.
Right. There's a bunch of trees in the way right here.
But so you can't really get to this? Is that what you're saying?
You can try. That's up to you guys, right? It depends on what, I'm not going to coach you through this, so it's up to you what you want to do.
Well, no, I just want to know like how the fencing is.
Yeah.
It looks
So
like
there's spikes that are
spikes.
there, and then
but something that a 2-foot tall grung could get past.
I've already left. I'm walking towards.
okay.
Okay.
So as you come up to these spikes, they're about a foot apart from each other, so you're kind of like squeezing through, and you're able to make it to the other side. And then you come up to the river. You can. It looks pretty deep. I would say probably right around 6 feet, maybe about 7 feet deep.
Loki, climb that tree. We're gonna start climbing up. I'm gonna jump
Alright.
up a tall fir.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's about 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So this whole wall is empty. There's nobody on watch.
You can't see it from your vantage point.
All right.
All right. I'm slowly moving stealthily into the water, keeping an eye out for any guards anywhere along the riverbank, anywhere up high. I don't like the battle music started.
I was like, what?
Oh no.
so I'm on the lookout for anybody.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, so are we.
so you guys are
I'm
are
speaking-
looking.
Are you okay with me speaking for you, Loki?
Music's a bit loud.
The music is a bit
Let
loud.
me lower it just a tad. Is that better?
Can you go a bit more?
Yeah, a bit more.
That better?
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
So
Nice.
gotta let the blood flow, guys. All right, gotta let it get it going. You know. All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys
Okay.
are looking out, you notice a cock.
Cochrane.
And Eric Cochran kind of come out. He flies up over the river and lands on this poach. He's beginning
Which poach?
on top
Okay.
of the rock. And he's kind of looking out. Right now, he's kind of looking at his weapon. He's kind of just cleaning it. He's not really paying attention to his surroundings, so what you guys could notice.
How tall is the rock?
The rock is, so I'd say the rock is about 50 feet up. It's probably about 20 feet higher than the tree you're standing in, that they're in. So it's a pretty tall rock.
Okay.
Pretty tall.
That's fine. I can lean up against the wall and he won't be able to see
20
me.
feet higher.
It's a tall.
Yeah.
It's tall.
So in other words, we can't really see past
30
it.
so 30
you
feet
can't see on the
50
inside
feet,
of that rock.
and I'm like right here.
Right.
Can I see locks from my position in the tree?
Can you see locks from your position in the tree? You can, yes.
All right. So is he on top of a waterfall, or is it like he's in a stream?
So did you jump into the stream, locks, or what are you doing?
I didn't jump into anything. I kind of lowered myself into the stream, so I'm kind of
Okay.
my eyes are pretty much the only thing above the water.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on this, and I'm gonna kind of look across to Loki.
Okay.
I'm going to see that I can't see any kind of vantage point here. So I'm going to signal to Cal that I'm like going to point at the trees more south
Just a little down.
of the entrance, and I'm going to go over to those trees.
I give him the thumbs up.
So you're gonna roll for stealth, Josh, or Loki. Sorry.
This is not good for me. 11.
Okay, so as you're moving across, you get about 10 feet, and then the air Cochrane sees you, and then he swoops down with his spear. Sorry, one second. Let's see.
Can I fire like right
I
at
also
him?
Fire like as soon as I notice that he sees them.
So I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative.
Oh, can't just make an attack.
No, roll for initiative.
Ooh.
I get double my initiative score and proficiencies because we're in a forest.
Oh wow.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yes.
So that's
Ah, damn it! Well, good thing.
that's 21.
Okay, so you rolled. Sorry, Danan, you rolled a 21.
Total 21.
Okay,
yeah.
Loki.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, Locks.
23.
Damn, y'all are rolling good tonight. Cal.
Yeah, so I rolled a 1, so plus my proficiency bonus is +2,
Okay.
so a total of 3.
Good thing we're in a forest.
Yeah, right. Salud.
Salute.
Well, that's
We are good.
Zoom
Sorry,
tight.
so you rolled a 3, Cal, and then Brawl.
19.
Okay, 19. All right, here we go. So as he's swooping down, Locks, you're up.
Would you like to come out? So did initiative start before he attacked, or where's he at
He's
right now?
mid-air. You see him swooping down, so you're in that moment right now.
So I can see him? All right. And he doesn't see me, right?
No.
He saw them, not me.
Correct.
So I'm going to shoot him with sneak attack.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
So 15 damage and 3 poison if he's poisoned.
15 damage, eh? Okay. And you're using that with your arrow, right?
Yeah.
So as he's swooping down, and he's about to stab at Loki, the arrow comes through, catching him right in the temple, sticking right in, and then he falls to the ground, rolling forward, dead.
Boom! Headshots.
All right.
I just give him I give Lux a salute.
Same.
But
With my movement, I'm just going to move back as far as I can into like the bush, the water, whatever, so I can hide.
okay, that made a lot of noise. The falling, and he was as he was falling, he let out a gasp, waking the rest of the camp. So coming out of 2 tents, you see 2 other Eric Cochran. Next is going to be Danan.
Is this guy within 120?
From
Feet?
you? 5,
Yes.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, about 65 feet, but he's pretty well covered. You can't see him.
Okay. Then I'm going to just move a little bit closer, like around here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. So you're holding.
I'm gonna I'm gonna ready a probably like a ray of frost or something.
Okay, readying Ray of Frost. And then next is going to be Brawl.
I need to check my inventory. Okay.
Sorry, firebolt.
Okay, I got you. This music's great, by the way. Makes a difference.
Okay, I want to. So if I put myself here, I'm like right at that edge, but I'm behind cover. I want to just peek through this to see if I can get a quick head count.
Okay, so as you peek through, this one's pretty well covered. They're both pretty well covered from that vantage point, because this one's blocked by this tent here, and then this one's blocked by the rocks. So you don't really see anything. But what you do see is straight ahead.
Which
You see another creature come out, looking like an orc.
You look like
Looking like an orc. Specifically,
Finally.
roll
A worthy foe.
roll a history check for me.
Yeah. 3.
Okay, you notice. Okay, so what you see, to be specific here, okay, is
Oh,
you
5.
see
My
a
bad.
very heavy armored, large, probably about 10 feet in stature, very muscular orc with hair drooped back, with blue skin, and very heavily armored giant. I mean, think of like World of Warcraft, right? Like very armored giant battle axe, and 2 giant fangs that are protruding up like this, and then he has very large ears that point out, and you can tell that this orc, it might be something that you've heard of in the past, but you can't really make out the type of orc it is, but you know that it's definitely, to you, a worthy foe.
We never took any short rest, huh?
Nope, you guys are pretty fucked.
what do you mean?
You guys, well, everybody's pretty beat up from the fight in the morning. You guys haven't really. I mean, you guys definitely. I'll say, because of the duration of the walk, I will say that it was a short rest. Let's do that. I'll be fair that way.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make. Can I retroactively use a hit die?
Mm-hmm. I'll allow it, because you guys did walk for about 4 hours. Okay, so that's what you see come out of the big tent.
Do Loki and I see that as well from our?
You can't, from that vantage point, you can't see. You can see, yeah, because there's a tent in the way right here. From that vantage point, you cannot see right now.
Right where?
I just clicked it. Right there. You see it? My click? Oh, I'm in the GM layer, that's why. Sorry, one sec. This right here.
Ah.
There you go. So this tent right here is blocking your view.
Gotcha.
So, Brawl, anything else you'd like to do?
The only thing I can think to do is just be prepared
Okay.
to respond to anything that enters my vicinity.
Okay. So you're gonna ready what? Your
An
your
attack.
hammer?
Yeah.
And then next is Loki.
Let's see. So I am going to move my guy to the other side of the gate if I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like right here, but still being hidden behind the gate.
Sure.
Or at least in cover.
Sure. So I'll just put you right up on the gate. And I think probably you were right up on the gate too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my Crimson Rights,
Okay.
which is a bonus action, which I then have to give myself essentially a D4 damage to myself.
So as a bonus action, imbue a weapon to strike for 1d4 extra damage of your chosen type. On activating the right, you take 1d4 damage. Right damage is magical and lasts while you hold the weapon or until you complete a short long rest.
Right, and I did a 1 damage.
Okay, so you did take 1 damage then.
Yes, so I'm at 17.
Gotcha.
But I do then have that extra. It's fire damage added to my attack.
Okay.
Actually, so if I'm looking, I can't see anybody in range, right? For me?
At that point of view, no, you can't see anybody.
No. Okay. Then I'm gonna just ready my action.
Okay. And what did you put that on? What weapon?
My arrow, my bows.
Okay. So you're
Bone
putting
arrows.
it on the. So I guess my question is, it almost sounds like that has to be on, because if you put it on one bow, right? Is it affecting each arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the weapon itself that I'm doing the right to, and then any attack with that weapon adds an extra fire damage.
Okay. All right, I'll allow it. And how many arrows do you have?
I believe I at least have 14.
Okay. All right. Next is Cal.
Oh, that's nice. All right. What can I see?
From your vantage point, you can see the tents and some smoke. You can kind of make out slightly ahead, but it's so small.
Do they know where we are, or did they just hear a
They
big
heard the
old
noise
crash?
from the front, so that alerted them.
All right. Mission's still on. I'm gonna make a distraction. I kind of call down to non below me, and then I yell out, "Over here!" and I start smacking the side of my tree with my bow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ready in action. If any of them fly, I'm gonna fire.
Okay.
My action is actually, because I didn't say it, so I'm ready the action. So if somebody comes through the gate, I'm gonna fire on them
Comes through the gate.
through the gate.
Okay. All right. So next is going to be our big guy over here. He's going to move up 30 feet towards the entrance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, getting to the bridge right here. After him, our first aircocker is dead. So that was 13 damage. He's dead. And then next is this one. So he is going to speed 30 feet. Sorry, speed 20 feet, can fly 50. So this aircocker is going to fly up into the air.
I shoot him.
How many feet is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Is it-
30, 35, 40,
I can
50,
shoot up to
50.
like a lot of.
Okay, so he flies into the air. As he does, all right, roll for attack.
All right, that's gonna be an 18 to
That
hit.
hits.
Heck yes. All right, so that is 1d8 plus. That is going to be a total of 11 damage.
Okay. So your arrow.
I'd like to aim for the wing if I can.
What was your attack roll?
It was an 11 plus 7.
Okay, so 18. Okay, so you aim for the wing. It hits the top of his shoulder, so the arrow sticks in. Blood is drooping down into the feathers, making it very difficult for the aircocker to fly. But he does make it over to you, and then he throws his javelin at you. And then that is going to be a 23 to hit.
No, that misses.
Does that miss, really?
No.
Okay. So 23 to hit, and then that is going to deal 1d6 plus 2. It's going to deal 4 damage. So the javelin comes down while you're in the tree, and then he trades blows with you shoulder for shoulder, and it lands in your shoulder. And then he's floating about 10 feet above the rock here. Yes.
I had a action
Ray
ready.
of Frost? Correct. So right now you can see as soon as you threw the
firebolt.
So feel free to throw your firebolt. Roll for attack.
Yes, and question. You said it was basically we took a short rest, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I just checking because of my
Yeah,
HP.
so you take a short rest.
Okay, so that's 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. And that's 7.
7 damage. Okay. So
Yeah.
roll a d20 for me.
Uh-huh. 15.
Okay, so firebolt goes off without a hitch, and it lands, hitting as he throws the javelin. The firebolt goes right into the arm, disintegrating the arm, and then he falls to the ground, falling forward onto the spikes, and then impaling himself dead.
Why?
Nice shot.
So dead.
That was totally on purpose. Yes.
And then next is going to be
Not.
our final Cockra, I think. Maybe final, we'll decide. And then flies up about 10 feet, still hidden behind the rocks. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I see the javelin sticking out of
I'm just
Cal's
taking
shoulder,
it- yeah,
and I
holding it
yell,
though.
"We have to play this one safe, guys. My abilities are spent."
Shit.
So this aircocker gets to about
Okay.
here. Next,
Stick to the
we're back
mission.
to the top with Locks.
Do I hear or see any other movement from the tents, or is it just these two?
Just these two. That's all you see.
All right. Let me sneak attack the Erokokra.
Okay. Are you gonna swim up? Are you
What's up?
swimming up, or what are you doing? Because you're underwater right now.
Well, no, I was pushed up. No, I was just hiding back there. I didn't go back underwater.
Okay.
I was hiding up against the walls.
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yes. I like the sound of those.
11 damage and 5 poison if he's poisoned.
He is not poisoned, and 11 damage is dealt. So it was an arrow, right? So as
Yeah.
he's flying, the arrow hits him, driving him down to the ground. Go right through his wing, and then he's trying to flap, and he ends up going down to the ground, but lands on his feet. He's able to brace his fall.
Okay, how tall are these the mountains or hills or whatever?
Very tall. Very tall.
Very
Like
tall.
those ones are probably about 70, 80 feet tall.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna make my movement then.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna 20 to there, and then a 25-foot jump.
Okay. And where are you jumping to?
So right there.
Okay. All right. Next is going to be Danan.
So I'm on top of this tree, right? So I see what is this?
It's kind of like an outlook post, like so you can stand up on top of it, and like for guarding and stuff.
And I try to get in there
From
with
that,
all my movement.
so that is about 20 feet higher than where you're at.
Oh, it is? Okay. So
You could try climbing the wall, but it would be difficult. Or the rock.
okay, so I'm going to face step and teleport right here.
Okay, let me just read face step really quick a sec.
Mhm.
Okay. So you teleport there, and then you appear. Roll a d20.
Okay. That's an 11.
Okay. So as you face step, you land here, and then you glitch, and then you end up over here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
What?
Uh,
Did I see this
sorry.
happen?
You can see that happen, yes.
Okay, and as my actual action, I'm going to magic missile this 3 tents. Just pew pew pew.
Okay.
The 3 of them try to, create a little bit of fire. And then
Roll a d4.
that's a 2.
Okay, so
So 3.
3 to just the one, or to which one are you going to?
3. There's one 3.
To the 10?
Yeah, to the tent.
Okay.
That's a 5 on this one. And that's a 5 in
So
this one
with
as well.
magic missile, you only roll 1d4.
Okay,
and
so
then
it's a
that's it
3 for the 3.
So 3 each. So that would be 9 total damage you can deal. And you want to deal to each 10?
Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Yeah,
1 second here.
yeah, because
Is-
I cannot see the Arakaka that is right here, right?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Second.
Is magic missile fire oriented?
It's a missile. So once you do that, this goes up and
I think missile just refers to it being a projectile.
Right.
but it blows up, setting the tents on fire. There's those 3, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So all 3 tents are now on fire.
Oh, that's cool. I mean the little things, the little orange things. That's fun.
And next is going to be that is your turn. Next after that is Brawl. Brawlful Strongheart.
Is there... I need to see which direction the orc's paying attention to
So right now he is
without revealing my position.
okay. So he's looking he's looking this way. He's looking towards the Eric Cochran.
Is he walking across the bridge?
He's literally at the top of the bridge. He was on his way over the bridge.
I mean, is he in motion?
Yes.
He's not stopping.
Yes, he's in motion. He's walking towards the.
Okay. So I signal to Loki that we're gonna wait until he comes across that threshold and takes him down.
But then I hold up my bow and arrow. I'm like,
Good idea. I'll take him down. You
when
fire
it gets
at him.
when
in
it
the
gets
back of the head.
closer, when
Yep.
it gets closer, then you can hit him with the hammer. Until
Yes.
then, I'm gonna fire at him.
That works too. I like where your head's at. In that case, I am. Actually, I will. Just to be cautious, I'm gonna use divine sense to detect good and evil within 60 feet.
Okay.
Dig it.
So
Just in case.
So the divine. So for within 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you sense when you roll. So what you can sense from it is basically not necessarily evil, but what you do feel is just a very difference in beliefs, right? So there's definitely anger and aggression going towards your way. But you can't really make out if they're necessarily evil.
Yeah, that's fair. Invading my lands is good enough reason for me to hold my ground, so differences in belief are just differences in belief.
Yeah. I mean, you could sense that they are definitely Semet followers.
Yeah, whatever helps him sleep at night.
And then, so any movement or any action that you'd like to take outside of that?
Nope.
Okay.
Just waiting for the right time to attack.
Okay. Next is Loki.
I'm going to peer out, draw my bow, aim it at the orc, and fire.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Did he? Oh, okay. The orc didn't finish moving, right?
It's,
Or did
the,
he?
the orc went like 7 turns ago.
Okay, so he hasn't again.
Yeah, he's up soon.
Not yet. No.
25.
25. 25 hits.
Yeah. All right, and then shoot. Okay, there we go. So 5 plus 4. It's 8 regular damage, 1 fire damage.
So the arrow goes flying towards the orc as he's walking. It catches him right under his armor on his arm. Goes in and pierces, but then bounces off. And some blood starts trickling down. You can see his arm, but he just looks enraged.
I go back to hiding
Okay.
behind the spot I'm at.
Next is
Yeah, that's it.
Cal.
Oh, hi. Can I see him?
No. You're blocked by the rock.
That rock. Let's see. Well, shoot.
Jump to the rock.
No. How far away is it from a tree to the rock? Out of curiosity.
It's about 20 feet up. But there's spikes underneath you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shimmy down the tree, and then, as my second action, I'll just move next to Brawlithal.
Okay.
And I'll say what? And I'll say, what's the plan?
Lothal Strongheart. Plan is to wait for this big dude to walk through this threshold and just whack him.
Got it.
Okay. So after Brawl,
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah.
okay, so, and then he can actually move another 5, and he swings around. It's actually crazy. He actually has aggressive, which gives him an extra double movement speed.
Don't the people he's zooming by get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
That's true. That
was the whole point.
Brawl, you get attack of opportunity.
All right. I have my warhammer in 2 hands. Sock this guy right in the knees.
Swing.
That is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
1d10. Six damage.
So
Yeah,
it's
right.
6 damage. And when he's walking through, you aim for his knee, and then as he swings his knee, the hammer connects. You can see the indent leaves. You can see some blood trickling down from his kneecap, but it bounces the hammer back.
Nice.
And then he swings using his great axe towards Loki. 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that's going to deal 5 damage, slashing damage.
Ouch.
Owie.
Big swing.
And then he swings again. So he comes down, cuts you across your chest. Oops, sorry. 9 to hit. And then
No.
he comes back around to get you again. And then his axe hits the dirt, and then he rips it out, spewing dirt over you, getting caught onto your chest where some blood is now, kind of coming down your chest over your stomach. And then next is going to be this Eric Cochran. He's going to fly up. He's going to land on this porch right here, and he's going to throw. He looks down, and you can see. He looks directly down over, and you can see Cal, and he's going to throw a javelin. And,
Oh, you're a javelin magnet today.
Guess so.
and then that is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that is going to be. It's going to be 4 damage.
Ah, the same shoulder.
This one comes down and it catches you in the foot.
Oh, I mean
Not
my
the
foot.
And then next we're back up top to Locks.
All right. Let's see. Still not hearing or seeing any other movement in the village.
No.
All right. Let me take my movement and my jump over to the weed
Okay.
and just start shoving all I can into my pouch. Not the bag of holding, but my actual pouch.
Okay. So you get a good amount, say about a pound's worth.
All right. That's it.
All right. Next after Locks is going to be Danon.
I'm gonna do like all my movement here, and actually, maybe here. And I'm going to try to firebolt.
It's 50 range.
It's 120.
Okay. Firebolt towards standing in the open here.
To the guy, this
Orc figure.
orc. Can I make it?
Yeah, you can fire it.
Okay. So that's 16 plus 5, so math.
21.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
And
Nice.
that's 9 damage.
Okay. And then roll another d20.
That's a 6.
Okay, so as you do the firebolt, you spray it. So it hits him, and then you kind of lose control and you start going towards the left over here, and it hits the wood on this side. Right where Loki is standing on the other side. And Loki, you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Oh,
that's-
Jesus.
Fire, burn.
Did I kill you?
So behind all of
The
that,
guy who got
You're
hit.
up against the wood, and it hit the wood, which is about a foot difference from the other side. And it exploded, and the fire singes you. So,
no,
And a singe.
Did I kill you?
close.
Shit.
Yikes.
next is Brawl.
I'm sorry.
Hit him
The
with
orc's the orc's attention is still on Loki.
Or extensions
Okay.
on Loki.
Ooh. Noise.
Oh wait, he would have had disadvantage before.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered. Granted, the roll
That's right.
may have been different, but yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a whack at him with my hammer.
Okay. With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. $20 to hit. 30-20.
30-20. That'll hit.
30-20.
You guys are rolling really good, by the way. This guy has a high AC.
Ah, 4 damage.
Okay. So where are you aiming for?
His lower back.
Okay. So as you crack him on the back, he kind of stretches out, raising his axe in the air, and he kind of looks behind him at you. And he's in some serious pain from that blow. And then next is Loki. Unless you want to move, bro. Sorry.
No. Would it cost me an action to take my shield out?
It would be an action, yes, after you.
Okay.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're fine. Next is going to be, I believe it is Loki. No, excuse me. Yeah, Loki.
Okay. So I'm going to fire my bow at him point blank range.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
$18 to hit.
18 hits.
And fuck. 5 damage plus 1 fire damage.
So 6 damage.
6.
So as you do that, you pull the arrow. It goes right into his rib cage, under the armor, and it sticks in, and it's just protruding out, and blood is now coming down his chest as well, or stomach as well. That was how much damage, Josh? 6?
6 total.
6.
All right. Next is Cal.
Oh man. Okay. So,
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking you have to take an action to disengage.
Yeah.
I probably should have done that, but oh well.
It's okay. I'm gonna take the javelin out of my foot and return it to sender.
Okay. Roll for
To that Eric Cochran.
attack.
You're like, damn birds.
Roll for attack.
All right, that's going to be a total.
It's a melee weapon.
Yes. It's
With a thrown property.
so that is the total of 11 to hit.
That does not hit. So you
Dang.
throw the. That would have been cool though. You throw the javelin back, and it goes right past his head, and then you can kind of see him pull out his talons and be like. And
As my second action, can I pull the other one out of my shoulder?
yeah.
Sweet.
And then next is going to be the big guy. After getting shot with the arrow, he looks back at you and he swings down with his great axe at Loki. That's a natural 20, but he has disadvantage.
Ooh.
And that's going to be 16 to hit.
I am going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless
Nice.
as a reaction.
Okay.
I was gonna
Um,
say player death.
So basically, what I do is I roll a d4, and it reduces his attack roll by that d4.
Okay.
Rolling terribly on this one, but it's a 1, just all I needed.
Okay.
Nice.
So as he swoops down
it
and misses, he comes back down to swing again.
And I can't do that again, but we'll see.
That's it.
Disadvantage.
9 to hit.
Yes.
Oh,
So he comes down swinging, missing you again, hitting the ground, and then in anger, he just reaches his arms up. And then next is the Arakakra. He swoops down at you, Cal, with his talons to swipe at you.
Swiper, no swipey.
Okay. And then that is going to be to hit. That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he's coming from the air, so that is going to be 4 plus 7 damage. So you take 7 damage. So he comes down with his claws, and he lunges them into you, and then pushing you back. And now he's like literally like kind of perched up on your chest with his talons and your shoulders,
Oh, dick.
with his wings flapping. And then next we are back up to Locks.
All right. If I move to there, can I see the Erekokra?
Yes. 1 second. Sorry. One
No.
second, my dog. Sorry.
I think he flew down, right? Didn't he just attack you?
He
Cal?
just flew down.
yeah.
On
I
the
didn't
other
know if
side
he
of the
went back
fence.
up or I don't know.
What's everybody's health?
I'm
Health
at
check.
full.
Loki
I'm
is pretty.
I'm at 7.
7.
Yeah, I don't have
I'm at-
anything left.
I'm at 11.
Okay.
You had to use that detect good and evil.
Oh, that's just an ability slot. It's not a spell slot.
sure.
I had to cast Cure Wounds twice earlier. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Don't you have an ability that like heals?
And I use Lay on Hands.
But does that return after a long rest or a short rest?
Long rest.
So, Locks, what are you doing?
DM, is this Aarakocra? Is he flying high enough for me to see him?
No, he's now on top of Cal. He's pretty much on the ground. He's on the other side of the fence.
All right, I'm making my jump to on top of this hut.
Okay.
Can I see him?
You can. 1 second. Yes, he's in the entranceway, so you can.
Okay. All right, let me sneak attack him. Ooh, 22.
That'll hit.
Mm. 11 damage. And 8 poison, if he poisoned.
So 11 damage is enough. The arrow, as he's kind of with his arms in the air, another arrow goes right through his neck, sticking out the other side. And then he's drops to his knees, falling forward. Dead.
Damn.
Oh, you killed him?
That was close, guys.
Well,
There's still
this
one.
Ah!
And then I'm done. Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
And then next is Danam.
I'm gonna dash all the way here,
Okay.
and that's all.
Okay. Next is going to be Brawl.
Get it! Get it! Get it off of me!
Yeah, I turn around, run over here and just try to whack this bird's wings off.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
19.
19 hits.
Yay!
10 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Ah. I actually miss his wing, and I just hit him in the center of his massive chest cavity, and the whole thing just collapses inward. And with just a gasp of air, just like that, he falls to the ground.
Dead. And so ends
Nice.
our combat. And I think so will end tonight's session.
I'm going to make a cape out
Good
of you.
ending.
Whoa!
And I think that was a lot of fun. So I'd like to thank you all for playing and participating tonight. For those of you watching the stream at home, please don't forget to smash that like button like Brawl does chest cavities. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. And again, see you next week at right around 7:30 Pacific time.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
That's soon.
Thanks for watching.